Secrets and important decisions in the lives of Victoria, Nick and Cole. The relationship between Victoria Newman and Nick Newman, two prominent members of the Newman family, is undergoing a fierce test. An unexpected event has occurred, causing Victoria to face a great shock, not only from Nick himself but also from Cole's past. Everything now is not just a simple love story between the two, but a collision of hidden secrets and important decisions that will decide the fate of all of them. Nick and Cole's confession. Nick Newman, who always thought he knew everything about his sister's life, suddenly had an unexpected confession. He revealed to Victoria a shocking secret: Cole, with whom she was having a relationship, was actually married once and even had a child. This was a shock that Victoria could not have expected. She always knew that Cole had a complicated past, but she never thought that this secret would completely change her view of him. Not only does Nick want Victoria to stop her relationship with Cole, but he also warns her about the potential consequences of Cole's past. He tells her that although Cole seems like a good person and can be an important part of Victoria's life, these secrets could destroy everything she's built. Nick and Victoria's relationship, which has been strained before, is now more strained than ever. Nick doesn't hesitate to express his concerns, wanting Victoria to realize that she may be sinking deeper into an affair that will ultimately not end well. Victoria's curiosity and investigation into Cole's past. The truth about Cole has aroused a strong curiosity in Victoria. She begins to suspect what she doesn't know about him, and decides to start looking into Cole's past. This curiosity not only gives her a headache but also makes her face the truth that has not been revealed. Victoria not only wants to know about the man she loves, but also has to face the reality that what she knows may not be enough to build a solid future. Who is Cole's illegitimate child? How can she face this reality without hurting herself and those around her? These questions keep lingering in Victoria's mind, causing her to struggle with herself. But in her heart, there is still a belief that Cole can be the man she is looking for, no matter how complicated his past is. Adam and the encounter with Claire and Kyle. In another development, Adam Newman, who has always been a conflicted character, unexpectedly meets Claire, and not long after, Kyle Abbott also appears at this meeting. This makes Adam surprised, because he knows that the relationship between Claire and Kyle is not accepted by Victor Newman. However, Adam decides to approach Claire anyway, asking her about the possibility of connecting with him as an ally in the future. Claire's answer, while vague, leaves a big question mark about what's to come. Claire is straightforward in sharing that she wants to talk to Adam because he's selling his apartment and Kyle and Claire, are interested in buying it. Adam, with his cunning and understanding of Victor's character, quickly realizes that this is not going to be simple. "You know my dad would be mad," Adam says, referring to Victor. However, Adam is willing to cooperate anyway and agrees to show them the apartment, a move that could have a big impact on the relationships between the characters. Claire and the difficult decision of relationship with Kyle. After visiting the apartment, Claire and Kyle go to the Abbott estate to inform Diane and Jack of their plans. Jack and Kyle, after their conversation, decide to continue their work, but Diane is not about to let Claire go without thinking it through. Diane, with all her wisdom and experience, advises Claire on her life-changing decision, moving in with Kyle. "Don't do this unless you're ready," Diane warns. These words really wake Claire up, making her rethink her relationship with Kyle. Although she loves him, there is still a feeling of insecurity in her heart, especially since she hasn't had a chance to talk to Victor about her decision. Diane's words make Claire feel confused, as she not only has to deal with the complexity of her relationship with Kyle but also the influence of Victor, who she knows will not easily accept this decision. Relationships on the young and the restless are never simple. Every decision, every move can bring profound changes and consequences that no one can predict. Victoria now faces a difficult choice between love and the truth, while Nick continues to warn her about the potential risks. Their relationship will never be the same again, and Cole's secrets may be the final straw. Meanwhile, Claire and Kyle face equally challenging challenges. Can they overcome Victor's objections and build a future together? Or will Claire have to decide between love and loyalty to her family? Everything is still unclear, and The Young and the Restless continues to take viewers on a journey full of tension, surprises, and challenging decisions. The Young and the Restless is all about tense situations, troubled relationships, and challenging decisions. In an unexpected twist, Victoria Newman and Nick Newman find themselves in an emotional conversation where secrets are revealed, family bonds are tested, and everything seems to be on the brink of major change. Cole and Victoria's concern as the conversation begins. Victoria sits next to Nick, worried about Cole, who is currently in isolation in the hospital. She can't help but worry when the doctor tells her that his test results are still in, but they're hopeful that he'll be okay. Despite a series of tests and treatments, Victoria's worries continue to take over. He'll be okay, right? Victoria asks, her voice filled with anxiety. She couldn't help but think of Cole, a man she had grown to love and cherish, but now faced with his own challenges. Nick, always the one to listen and empathize, nodded. I hope so, Vic. But we'll have to wait and see. He didn't say it, but all he could do was be there for her, even though their relationship had been through its share of ups and downs. Victoria looked away, thoughts of Cole wandering in her head, but she quickly returned to the conversation Nick had started. How was your trip to London? She asked, trying to change the subject to something more pleasant. Sharon and New Hope after marriage. Nick didn't hesitate to talk about Sharon. He shared that Sharon had recovered a lot since they got back together. She did really well, Vic. She's a strong woman. London helped her find herself again. Victoria raised her eyebrows slightly. Although she understood that Sharon had gone through many challenges in her life, her recovery always made Victoria feel a little confused. She had stood in Sharon's shoes, facing emotional crises and betrayals, but she never thought that Sharon could overcome all of that to rebuild her own life. So, they're back together? Victoria asked, unable to hide her surprise. She didn't think that after all that had happened, Nick and Sharon could find their way back to each other. Although there was still love, the complexity of their relationship made Victoria unable to help but feel worried. The sweet secret of Nick and Sharon's marriage. Nick, with a gentle smile, did not answer immediately, but only looked at Victoria with a meaningful gaze. I didn't mean to tell you this, he said, seemingly trying to keep some of it a secret. But we're not just getting back together, Vic. We're married again. Victoria stared at him, unable to believe her ears. What? She said, taken aback by what Nick had just revealed. It was a shock she hadn't been prepared for. So, they're actually married? Faith was maid of honor and Noah was his best man, Nick continued, his voice full of pride for his children. But Victoria still couldn't believe it. She couldn't imagine Nick and Sharon making such a big decision without telling their families. Oh my gosh, Mom and Dad are going to go crazy. Victoria shook her head, unable to believe what she had just heard. Nick chuckled, as if the words were nothing special. But we got married at Buckingham Palace. Prince Charles even served us fish and chips, he said, teasing Victoria. Victoria gasped. She should have laughed, but she couldn't help but feel a little annoyed. Are you teasing me? She asked, her voice dripping with sarcasm. I hate that I fell for you and your stupid antics, Victoria sighed, but her eyes were filled with turmoil. Although the story seemed lighthearted, Victoria felt an insecurity inside her that she couldn't quite explain. Were Nick's decisions really the right ones? And could Victoria accept his new relationship with Sharon? Family conflicts and mixed emotions. Victoria and Nick's conversation is just part of a complicated series of events that the Newman family must face. While Nick finds happiness with Sharon, Victoria is struggling with family relationships, from Cole to past decisions that she cannot accept. Everything seems to revolve around difficult decisions, when truth and love are intertwined. Victoria knows that she cannot easily forget what happened, but can she forgive Sharon and Nick? Can she accept the fact that her family is changing rapidly and unexpectedly? With unsolved secrets, strained relationships, and important decisions ahead, The Young and the Restless continues to open new chapters full of drama, tension, and emotion. Relationships are always full of secrets and hidden truths, And this time, the revelations about Cole's past are shaking up everything Victoria thought was stable. The relationship between Victoria Newman and Cole is at a crucial turning point, when a big secret is revealed, causing Victoria to face a painful betrayal. The story not only hurts Victoria, but also brings Claire, an unexpected character, into the vortex of the truth about the Newman family. Cole's secret: does Victoria still have reason to trust? Victoria, a strong and intelligent woman, always keeps a steadfast heart in every relationship. She has experienced pain in love and family, but she always hopes for true love. And when Cole enters her life, everything seems to change. He is the man Victoria thinks she can build a happy future with. But the harsh truth is about to explode, causing all her beliefs to begin to collapse. The secret about Cole, which he has deliberately kept hidden all this time, is now exposed. Cole has a child that Victoria has never known about. It is unbelievable for Victoria to realize that the man she loved could keep such an important truth from her. He deliberately hid that child, not only to protect a past he wanted to forget, but also for personal reasons that only he knew. But it cannot be hidden forever. When the truth is exposed, Victoria cannot help but feel betrayed. She stands confused, filled with guilt and regret. Can she continue to maintain feelings for Cole after knowing this secret? Maybe Cole has never truly shared with her about his past. Is he worthy of her continued love? These questions continue to swirl in Victoria's mind as she confronts the heartbreaking truth about the man she trusted. In a moment of conflict, Victoria begins to wonder if she can forgive Cole and hold on to her feelings for him. But the more she thinks about it, the more she realizes that she can't continue living in the shadow of deception. Cole's past is something she can't change, and perhaps it's that concealment that has caused her to suffer more deeply than ever. Claire and the Newman family secret. While Victoria deals with Cole's betrayal, another story is unfolding in the Newman family that will change everything. Claire, to Victoria's surprise, will discover that she has a half-brother, a truth that will completely turn her life upside down. Claire can't believe her ears when she learns that she has a half-brother. Not only will this force her to confront questions about her past, but it will also expose secrets that the Newman family has tried to keep hidden for years. This reality will force Claire to face an uncomfortable truth: she is not the only member of the Newman family. This could turn all the scandals that the Newman family has endured over the years upside down. Claire's discovery of a new sibling leaves her feeling bewildered and confused. How can she accept a truth that even her family doesn't know about? How can she face a brother she has never met, while dark family secrets are increasingly revealed? The truth about this brother could completely change Claire's relationship with Victoria and the rest of the family. Claire begins to realize that the family scandals she thought were resolved may only be the beginning. These secrets not only affect her, but also may create a new war in the Newman family, when everyone has to face the undeniable truth. Betrayal and unpredictable hurt. Victoria, after learning the secret about Cole, feels her heart broken. She can't stop thinking about everything that happened, about whether she has the strength to overcome this hurt. She used to believe in love, in family, but now, everything is like a broken mirror, and Victoria has to face those pieces by herself. The feeling of betrayal comes not only from Cole, but also from the people she once considered family. As Claire begins to discover secrets about her family's past, Victoria feels more and more alone and left behind. Every step Claire takes and her discovery makes Victoria feel like she is an indispensable part of a story that she doesn't want to be a part of. With hidden truths, family struggles, and tough decisions, The Young and the Restless continues to take viewers on a challenging journey, with unprecedented surprises. Can Victoria forgive Cole and keep her love? Can Claire face the truth about her family and find her own way? Crucial decisions await every step the characters take on. The Young and the Restless leads to important decisions that will completely change their futures. Cole's secrets, complicated family relationships, and indelible wounds are eroding what they have built. And when Claire discovers she has a half-brother, everything she believes in about her family will be tested. The truth will bring them all face to face, and relationships will never be the same again. Love, betrayal, and truth will determine the fate of the characters in this story, as each must face the consequences of secrets they thought were buried. Subscribe to our channel to stay updated with the latest news.